Good morning and welcome to the new episode of being a better human being, a better worker, a better officer. I've seen that most of us use absolutely ridiculous and often ludicrous phraseology. Just 5 minutes, just a second. Such statements are often heard, and what do they show? A total disregard for time management, a total rude behavior, and careless attitude. These statements, just 5 minutes, just a minute, just a second, have been used umpteen times, mostly by you. But these three words are the most dissuading ones for any individual. This phrase, just a minute, just 5 minutes, just a second, is something which shows A, that you don't have any concept of time, or you don't have any concept of the work entailed. When you just wake up and come out of the bed, out of a deep, relaxing sleep, there's a lot of difference between waking up and getting up in the morning. When you get up, you are aware. Being awake, you can be lazy. And there the problem starts. Your wife, your husband, your son, your mom, they say, get out of the bed and say, just 5 minutes. You're awake, but you're not getting up. When you get up, you jump out of the bed and start your day's activities. But when you wake up, when you lose the unconscious state of sleep, but stay lazy in the cozy comfort of your bed. And these 5 minutes show that you are still in the comfort of your laziness, your careless attitude, your devil may take care concept. There's a constant tug of war between your head and the heart. The head says, wake up. The heart says, be awake. And when you do not wake up, but are just awake, that is a sure sign of not being successful, either as a human being, or as a co-worker, or as a boss, or as a subordinate. I recall that whenever any employee of mine would say 5 minutes, I would hand him over my watch and say, okay, 5 minutes and let me see how much you have done. And shamefaced, they would mumble an apology and start going. Problem is that people don't want to be awake. They want just to open their eyes. They're not getting up. So you have to be reminded of your responsibilities and various roles. And the very shaky conviction is just a minute, just a second, and the most ridiculous, just a second. It's a time to tell yourself, buddy, it's time to get up and get going. These words, phrases, show that your mind has got stuck in the inertia of sleep. It may not be physical sleep, but it's a mental sleep. And this vehemently shoots all kinds of reasons why it's better to remain in that state of inertia or to get going. Do not remember that, I'm saying do not remember that being asleep is akin to death. So remember, yes it is, and get up. As a matter of fact, when lethargy wins, and lethargy is winning the moment you are saying, or uttering or even thinking of 5 minutes as if heavens don't fall. You miss your goal in life. I've seen many people who come to me for advice. It becomes challenging for them to get up early in the morning, especially during some examination days. The night sleep gives them much desired rest to the agitated mind. And why don't you want to get out of the bed? Why don't you want to be awake? Because the morning brings stress and the anxiety of the day. So, okay, let's avoid it. It's like avoiding that. But avoiding at what cost? It's a very natural human phenomenon that you want to achieve extraordinary results in your life. But those results cannot be achieved by postponing the job for 5 minutes, a minute, or even a second. What you need is an extra special psychology within. And the most significant barrier in getting up, not getting awake, but getting up, is not your mind, not your body, but your mind. So until and unless you can agitate your mind, until and unless you can nudge your mind to get up and doing, you must have had such experience in your lifetime. So here's a task. Sit back. I remember the last time you had to board an early morning flight or a train. And maybe you had to reach some crucial place, say at 4 in the morning. What happened that day? I bet you vigorously fought all your fatigue and decided to be active. You were right on time. However, on ordinary days, you say, okay, let's wait. Hammers won't fall if I just, no, hammers do fall. But they do not fall with a bang, they fall with a whimper. You may fall short of such willpower on other days. So if you can be sufficiently capable and awake to do a job when the deadline is there. Now, why is it that you say just 5 minutes, just a minute, wait a second? No, it is because of your behavioral attitude. And this is molded by purpose. If you have a purpose in life, purpose in your work, if you have purpose in what you are doing, you would not say 5 minutes, you say, okay, let's go, let's get it up. The moment you want to postpone, that shows the lack of purpose and the lack of commitment. And let me tell you, that in case you are a boss, your employees know that this guy is weak-willed guy. He doesn't have the capability to lead us. And the message goes down all over that this guy, you can really pull wool on his eyes. So what you need is, in your mind, a compelling purpose and a drive to achieve it, and never experiencing a devastated energy drain. These phrases, wait a minute, I'll just do it in 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 1 second, they show that your energy is in fact being drained and your passion, the inspiration flame, is not on. So if you really want to progress, if you really want to impact others, you have got to be up and doing. Suppose you are a professional and you lack the morning energy to get up excited. In that case, it's time to rework your goals because your purpose is not there. You need motivation. And a person who is motivated doesn't say just 5 minutes. He says, okay, go, let's go. Let's do it. So believe me, if you can get up excited and not ever use these words, you would be a better human being, a better spouse, a better parent, a better child, a better friend, a better co-worker. And if you're a student who fails to get out of the bed with great delight, then you need definitely to go to an educational psychologist. It's time you must make some easy way to perceive goals. It's a lack of perception. And what signal does it send? It sends a signal that your perceptions are lopsided. They are not finely honed. They are not sharp enough. And you cannot be depended on. Let me tell you, the people who use this phrase, just 5 minutes, sir, I'll do it. The second time they said, they had a pink slip from me. As a CEO, I never tolerated it. If I wanted things done, I told them very first day, I want you up on your feet, acting. You've got to do this. And then, not only that, when you stop using these phrases, you will become more optimistic. It will automatically send adrenaline rushing through your body to you. And you'll say, somebody says, you have to do it? Yes, I'll do it right away. Next time you're tempted to say, just a minute or just 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes comfort can push you miles behind. Don't forget that. Remember that. The very statement, the 5 minutes, means you're miles behind your purpose. And being purposeless is no fun. On the contrary, your firm iron willpower to overrule those mind's demand for 5 minutes rest can make you arrive somewhere ahead of your plans. So in time management, the most important thing is to be precise to the second. So this attitudinal change you have got to bring in. Your mind will tempt you, drag you into the mesh of 5 minutes comfort. But 5 minutes comfort ultimately means a journey downhill. Whether it's business, whether it's work, whether it's your personal relationship. Alertness is lacking. And if you're not alert, are you a better human being? No, you are not. You have to be constantly on the alert. I'm not saying be on the pins, no. Being alert and being on the pins are two different things. And then another thing, the moment you are saying this, your mind is basically going asleep. You are in a state of semi-coma, intellectual coma, I'll call it. And that's being dishonest to yourself, to the society, to the work, to your business. These three words, making a phrase, just 5 minutes, some say just a minute, and some say just a second, is the epitome of lethargy, shows your attitude of mental state of coma. So and then lack of euphoria. So you must regain the euphoria. To be a better human being, what you need is promptness, a dedication, a sense of purpose, a sense of achieving your goal in a proper perspective. Your perceptions have to be sharp. Don't let them slow down. Don't let them get blunted. And the use of such terms shows that they are being blunted or already have gotten blunted. So, if you want to better thyself, if you want to be a better human being, then get over the habit of, and don't forget another thing. The use of such words shows your mental makeup. A person who is active and who is conscious of the time management, communication management, human relations management, would never say this, give me 5 minutes. They'll say, okay, let me finish the job and I'll come back. Fine, that's okay. Because you have a purpose in finishing one job and then taking up the other. But just saying 5 minutes shows your utter lack of sensitivity to the work, to the time, and to the other person with whom you are interacting. So, if you want to be better, say goodbye to this concept of 5 minutes, just a minute, just a second, and I'll do it. Get up and get going. That's a message to be a better human being. Thank you.